Indonesia has traditionally thrown up surprise results every year, and 2011 was no different. All the big names playing in all the big games coming right up from badminton's premier competition. This is the BWF Super Series. Welcome to our BWF Highlights show for 2011. Just a week ago we were in Singapore, but now we're coming to you from the glorious Gelora Bung Karno Stadium in Jakarta and one of the gems in the Super Series calendar, the Indonesia Open. As the 6th event of the year, it marks the midway point of the competition, making every world ranking point on offer even more valuable in kicking off a good run to the second half of the year and those Super Series finals in December that everyone wants to play in, because they are exclusive as they get. Only the top 8 players or pairs in the Super Series rankings after the final Super Series tournament, as announced by the Badminton World Federation, will be eligible to participate in the finals. The Indonesian Super Series also boasts one of the highest prize purses, being part of the second-tier Super Series premier event, with the final figure in the region of $600,000 US. Nobody wants to miss out on a premier event, and this time nobody did. It was no surprise to see both Chong Wei and Lin Dan in attendance. The first time that's happened in 3 Super Series events due to scheduling and priorities in a very important run-up year to the Olympics. We shall be checking in with the world's #1 and #2 a little later on, plus the mixed doubles and women's doubles, but first, the men's doubles. Which saw all the usual suspects through to the quarterfinals, with the exception of the Indonesian pair of Pratama Saputra, who ousted second-seeded Jung Jae-sung and Lee Yong-dae. Top seeds Matthias Bo and Carsten Morgensen were in imperious form up to the quarters, where they fell to another home pair of Kido and Setiawan. They would join another Indo pair in the semis, Mohamed Ahsan and Bona Septano, along with 2 Chinese pairs, Cai Yun Haifeng and Chai Biao Guo Zhengdong. So 2 Indonesian pairs against 2 Chinese pairs, but even with the fanatical home support, it was the Chinese fans who had the loudest cheer. First, Chai Biao and Guo Zhengdong beat Mohamed Ahsan and Bona Septano in 3 games to reach the final, while on this court, though it was a tight affair, Marquis Kido and Hendra Setiawan couldn't wrest the advantage against Cai Yun and Fu Haifeng, who covered every angle on court with consummate ease and won it 21-18, 21-15.
There are 1 or 2 empty seats in the stadium at the moment, but I can tell you they're queuing for tickets outside. There's such a little hub of activity outside, with tents where you can get food, you can have your photograph taken, there's a giant screen outside, and I suspect 1 or 2 of the spectators have just not made their way into the stadium as yet, but it's still a great atmosphere.
There's that favoured combination, the big smash from Fu in the rear court, setting up his partner Cai Yun in the forecourt.
Back level.
We see how quickly Cai Yun's moving forward, and that forces his opponents to lift. As we've been saying all week, it's much more difficult to control from this near end, by far the quicker end.
Ooh, confusion. Oh, my word. immediately apologises for hitting Guo Zhendong. Yes. They really are just so lethal when they do get on the attack. Once again, encroaching forward, both of them. And their opponents just couldn't get the shuttle away.
Good perseverance from Zhang Dong. Didn't lose patience and stretch it, just kept the shuttle going down.
5.
Such a good rally.
It's great defence from Cai Yun, but that's what it is, it's defence against this pair. There's no space to counter-attack from that defensive position. Difference in this game.
Yeah.
He's just totally frustrated, isn't he?
8 match points for the world champions. And that will do it. Second title in 2 weeks, having won the Singapore Open a week ago. $7,400 US to the winners. This, of course, a premier event. And for Cai Yun and for Haifeng, it's their first ever premier Super Series event title.
Representing
Four years ago, Cai Yun and Haifeng were ranked #1 in the world, and they completed a double to win the Singapore and Indonesian Opens. Fast forward to 2011, and the 3-time world champions have once again risen to the top of the world rankings, and they celebrated the way they know best, by winning another title. Just like in 2007, the Chinese aces won back-to-back titles in Singapore and Indonesia when they regained the men's doubles title by beating teammates Cai Biao, Guo Zhendong 21-13, 21-12 in a one-sided final at the Istora Senayan. It was the pair's 10th Super Series crown since 2007, having won the Singapore Open, Indonesia Open and China Masters on 2 occasions, as well as the Japan Open, Korea Open, French Open and the All England. The winners took home $47,400 US and 11,000 points, and a big confidence booster with the World Championships in London less than 2 months away. Still to come on our BWF highlight show, Chan Xing and Zhao Yunlei have been the standouts in the women's doubles this year. Find out if they conquered all again in just a bit. This is the BWF Highlights Show 2011, and if you've just joined us, you're just in time for the women's doubles event, which was always going to deliver a new pair as champions, as the defending champion pair from 2010 were no more. Korea's Kim Min-jung was paired with Ha Jung-eun for this one, as opposed to Lee Hyo-jung, who lifted the title with her last year. They were seeded 5th for the draw, as all eyes were on top seeds Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang. Who breezed through the opening round but were tested in the quarters by the Koreans of Ha and Kim before booking their semi-final spot. Christina Pedersen and Camilla Ritter also booked one after beating Johari and Polly. Japan were guaranteed a semi-spot as 2 of their pairs faced off in the quarters, the winners being Fuji Kakiwa. The final last four place, much to the delight of the fans, went to an Indonesian pair, Marisa and Melati. It was a second semi-final in the space of a week for the Japanese pairing of Fuji and Kakiwa, but the game was different as they faced an Indonesian pair with the full support of the home fans. It proved too much for the number 4 pair in the world, who were beaten 21-12, 21-12. In the final, as expected, they would meet the world number 1s of Wang, Xiaoli and Yihan, who dismissed the Danes of Pedersen and Ritter Yule in straight games.
There's our loyal fan dressed up in his costume. He's been here every day. Well, I think you can guess. Here come the Indonesians. Peter, Marisa and Nadia Melati. So the world number 1s. I did notice that the Indonesian defences were very, very deep in court. Oh, this hit there from you, from Wang Xiaoli, and she should have really put it away, and that is a real sign of the nerves. Lovely rally. 7 straight points now. And one just senses this is the decisive move of the opening game. Oh, right idea, but just overcooked it. 10 game points to the world number 1s.
That's a good shot.
That's lovely.
Again, where they've won a lot of sets this week. It's going to be out.
Yep, and with it, the opening game. 21-12. That's a better return. That's the sort of return you were wanting.
Yeah. They look to put pressure on from that very first shot. It's a better return from Marisa. Creates the attacking opportunity.
Good defence.
Great defence.
Yeah, Chinese pair really are pressurising Melati.
15-5.
He did the net cord again.
It's a good serve. Yeah.
Service over. 16-8.
There's that short return to Wang Xiaoli. Yang using that to good space at the front to good effect. She's quick in,
Oh, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
reads the situation, quick in.
Point 10.
And it's match points. She's missed it.
Game.
21-12, 21-10. And the brave run of the Indonesians has come to an end. The world number ones, Wang, Xiaoli and Yihan, just a class above Vita Marissa and Nadia Malati.
It was a dominating performance by the undisputed world number one pairing of Wang Xiaoli and Yihan, who are well on their way to qualifying for the end-of-year Super Series finals, as they're already a staggering 13,000 world ranking points clear of the number two pairing of Cheng and Chen from Chinese Taipei. Over the 4 days of competition in Indonesia, the ladies just kept getting stronger, dropping just one game in the quarterfinals against Ha and Kim from Korea. For both of them, the first half of the season has been a great success, as they cemented that number one ranking with 6 wins on the circuit, 4 of them Super Series titles, after winning at the Double Star Sudirman Cup, the Badminton Asia Championships, the All England, the Career Open, and the Super Series finals in January. Don't go anywhere, still to come on this BWF Highlights show. It's been anyone's game in the mixed doubles camp this season. Find out which pairs tested the best and beat out the rest in just a few minutes. You're back on our BWF Highlights show for 2011, where it's time to review the mixed doubles draw. Like the other events, no absentees to report in Indonesia, as China's big guns rolled out. Zhang and Zhao top seeds, and Tao Jiaming, Xing Chan joining them in the draw. Second seeds Sutkit and Xiaoli from Thailand, the seemingly unstoppable Indonesian pair of Tantowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir, and defending champions from Poland, Robert Natutsiak and Nadietza Riba. Lots of big names who duly delivered some great action over 4 days. But sadly, only one Chinese pair could make it to the semis, as they faced each other in the quarters, with Zhang and Zhao overpowering their compatriots 21-11, 21-16. They were joined in the last 4 by Chen and Cheng from Chinese Taipei, continuing their great form from the Singapore Open, Ahmad and Natsir, who are looking for their 4th consecutive win, and the Danes of Thomas Lebon and Camilla Ritter, after they came through with a rubber set against the Thais. The Danish pair was still in the hunt for their 3rd win of 2011, as they took on the form pair on the circuit at the moment, Tantowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir, playing in front of their home crowd. And just as in the women's doubles, it worked again, with the Indonesians winning easily 21-15, 21-14. Awaiting them in the final would be world number ones Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, who beat Chen and Cheng of Chinese Taipei 21-17, 21-17.
So the world number ones from China, Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, up against the world number twos, the number 4 seeds here at the Indonesian Open, Tantowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir. That's a good serve.
From the crowd. Oh, that's good play, very, very clever play from Natsir in front front. There's lots of variety there.
This hit from Zhao Yunlei.
Start like this gets the crowd really loud.
But then it's surprising how young this lady is, Liliana Natsir. Only 25, she seems to have been around for such a long time. Oh, completely set by What on earth is going on?
Zhao Yunlei is really feeling the pressure from this crowd. They're getting factor, and I think the crowd know that, and that's just going to make it worse for her.
It's gone long, well long. Overdone it. That was phenomenal smash. Terrific.
12-7.
Just 1 point the deficit. Now back level.
14-all.
That's a good fight back. That's nice. Another delay because the ball will need to be mopped of the perspiration. Oh, brilliant.
Return below net height. Not able to attack it.
Now a second game point opportunity for the Indonesians. Yeah, the crowd now getting a little impatient with the amount of time that the Chinese are taking. Such a good serve. Was hesitant about actually playing it, and that is perhaps why he made the error.
Oh.
7-point advantage now.
17-10.
Yeah,
Better return though.
Service over.
He's been more positive, he's pushed firmly, that gives him a chance to take one step off and Lilian to take one step forward. Return.
Go. Service over.
3 points away from a third and deciding game. Now just the two. And indeed, the Chinese take the second game.
Second game.
It is
Won
one
by
game
Zhang
all.
Nan and Zhao Yunlei. 21-14. 1 game all.
It's not going to do anything for his confidence. Prior to that, they'd always taken at least one. They need all the support they can get. Fans leaving. Oh dear. It's all desperation, isn't it?
It's desperate defence and some great shots in defence.
It's away from their 4th title of the year. Yeah. He's lost it now, hasn't he?
And that's good mixed again.
19-9.
Really controlled in the second and third game, really controlled that net area.
2 points from the title. Oh, great low serve. And now 11 match point opportunities. That'll do it. 21-9 in the deciding game, and the trend continues when these two pairs meet each other. Whenever it goes to 3 games, it's the Chinese pair who have come out on top.
Liliana and Tantawi Ahmed are still the hottest pair on the world circuit, having won their last 3 open tournaments. The duo, who as a result of that run, have since risen to number 2 in the world. And they almost made it 4 as Tantawi Liliana looked to be on their way to their 3rd consecutive BWF World Superseries crown when they took the first game 22-20. But you can count on nothing when you're facing the world's best Chinese pair. They turned up the heat and came away with a 21-14, 21-9 victory to silence the home crowd. Zhang and Zhao are already some 14,000 world ranking points clear of Ahmad and Natsia in the rankings from this 6th win of 2011 and their 4th Super Series title after coming out on top at the Double Star Sudirman Cup, the Badminton Asia Championships, the All England, Korea Open and the Super Series finals that kicked the year off. On the way, the Singapore Open was one to forget for 2 of the world's best women. Wang and Wang Yihan were looking to make amends after getting lost in the Lion City. Was Indonesia a happier hunting ground? Find out in just a bit. You're back on our BWF Highlight Show, and it's time to check in with the women's singles tournament, which, midway through the season, is starting to reveal some cracks in the Chinese game, and from no less than the 3 Wangs, Xiaoli, Yihan and Xin. After Xiaoli and Yihan were dumped out of the Singapore Open early, most thought that they would bounce back here. But again, 2 of the Wangs fell early, this time Singapore Open champion Wang Xin in the first round, and then Xiaoli in the second. So again, the quarterfinalist draw had a distinctly un-Chinese feel to it, and it included 2nd consecutive last 8 spots for Julianne Schenk and Singapore Open finalist Tina Bourne. Yihan was the sole representative from the 3 Wangs, who also made it to the semis, where she was joined by India's Saina Nehwal, who ended Tina Bourne's run in a tight affair 21-19, 21-19, along with China's Zhang and Chinese Taipei's Cheng.
So the number 3 seed from China, Wang Yihan, nearest to us. The number 4 seed, the 2-time defending champion, Saina Nehwal. Well, sounds as if the crowd are very much supporting Saina Nehwal.
Yes, not really surprised by that, Jill. She's been very popular with the 2 wins in the last 2 years. And she obviously really relishes playing in this stadium with this sort of atmosphere. Examples of the speed of the hall. Again, centre smash. Every opportunity to get the attack in.
Good use of the body attack once again.
To try and take as much as she can on the forehand side.
The right idea, just wrong execution.
Yeah, that's brilliant. She's having some success. Playing a little bit flatter into that corner now, isn't she?
It's good to see them back working together again. Lovely play, outmanoeuvred Wang Yihan.
great precision. Fantastic clear there, really pinpoint to that back corner. That's good defense, it's a good angle from Wang Yihan. Slightly showing very good touch from low down there. Aggressive finish to the rally, but very well constructed, good variety, the cross slice, the hold flick clear.
Going wide.
It's gone with the drift.
Gain points. That's long on the back line, and she converts on her first opportunity.
Yes, she did. Really afford to be giving points from those positions. Good defense.
The luck of the net cause and the relief there from Wang Yihan. Oh dear.
Oh, should have used the short serve earlier then, Jill.
Yeah.
Finally got in a real mess there. She takes the shuttle so early. Powerful push there. Good early racket position, preparation. Sign of no time to recover.
No, it's gone wide.
She took that from half court. She really didn't need to hit the line with that. She could have played that half a metre in from there. Still would have won the point.
Yeah. Back to the low serve. Serves her well. 2018. Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's great. No precision. Wang Yihan's lift was good as well. It's quite a good length, but Sina.
It was a massive shot from Wang Yihan from the front of the court. She's been playing that hold and push so well up to now. But that was desperately short and got pounced on by Simon Haywell. And so on a run of 4 straight points from 16-19 adrift. Now the defending champion on the verge of victory once again. It's match point to Simon Haywell.
Oh, great play. Good play. super net exchange from both girls there, and eventually Sina forced to lift, and Wang Yihan holding her nerve with the smash. She's made it this time. Came very quick in. This time didn't use a big swing, didn't try to hit it too hard, just made sure she got the shuttle down.
So just having saved a match point, now Wang Yihan has a game point to extend this to a third and deciding game. Goodness, it's going to go long. Yes, indeed. And a roar from the fans here in the Stora Stadium. And this time she converts. It is indeed 1 game all. Sina Nehwal having held a match point at 2019, failed to convert because of the superb play from the number 3 seed Wang Yihan. And on the Chinese player's second game point opportunity, she closes it out, and we will be treated to a third and deciding game.
Telling the player there, be aggressive now, be positive.
Which is very good. Super angle.
Oh, again, I'm not sure about the high serve. Yihan's too good overhead. She's tall, she hits with super angles.
So that wonderful overhead winning shot. That's why we've got 6 match points. And the dream of 3 consecutive Indonesian Open titles for Sina Nehwal is over, because Wang Yihan has taken the deciding game 21-14 to win her first Indonesian Open title, her 10th Super Series title in total, and her 15th career title for Wang Yihan.
When the other 2 Wangs faltered, Wang Yihan showed she's ready to return to the top spot when she captured her first Indonesia Open Super Series premier title. The former world number 1, who has since dropped to number 3 in the world, overcame a first game hiccup against 2-time defending champion Sina Nehwal to register a hard-fought 12-21, 23-21, 21-14 victory to deny the Commonwealth Games champion a chance to win her 3rd straight crown in Jakarta. It was a stunning performance from Wang Yihan, who faced match point only to come back and win her 10th career Super Series title and maintain her winning record against Sina. It wasn't the first time they met on court. The 2 former World Junior champions first faced each other in the 2006 World Junior Championships, while their only other meeting in the senior stage was at last year's Uber Cup, which Wang Yihan also won in 3 games. Just around the corner on our BWF Highlights show, it's been 3 Super Series events since the top 2 men in the world were both entered into the draw, and the fans were looking forward to another Lindan Chong Wei Classic. We check in with the men's singles next. This is the BWF Highlights show for 2011 at the Indonesian Super Series, and we're at the big one, the men's singles event. But before anybody could start hoping for a classic between the top 2 in the world, it was ripped away when Lindan fell shockingly in the second round to a spirited performance by Japan's Sho Sasaki. And here's the proof. No problems for Lee Chong Wei, who didn't drop a game getting here. He made the semifinals with ease, beating Vietnam's Nguyen Thien Minh 21-10, 21-14. Chen Jin and Chen Long kept the Chinese flag flying, but only Chen Long would make the last 4 as Super Dan's conqueror Sho Sasaki continued his run by beating Chen Jin in 3 games. The last semi spot was taken up by Peter Gade, for his second last four berth in the space of 7 days. As the king of the Super Series took to court to play Chen Jin, having not dropped a game in the entire tournament so far, there weren't many fans who would bet against him. Such was his dominance over the first 3 days. He duly delivered again in straight games, beating Chen Jin 21-17, 21-18, which meant the only player standing between him and a 19th Super Series title would be his old nemesis Peter Gade, who continued his current good form with a straight games win over the conqueror of Lindan, Sho Sasaki, 21-11, 21-14.
Chong Wei to turn. Double play.
So the world number one, the defending champion, going for his fourth title here, Chong Wei, and going for his 19th Super Series title. For Peter Gade, he's only won 4 Super Series. Last one being that Korean Open, the last time and only time he's beaten his opponent of today, Lee Chong Wei, in their 13 previous meetings.
It's the hardest conditions. It's probably the most difficult crowd to play against. You were saying earlier how many times the Indonesians have won this event. It's tough to beat Indonesia in Indonesia, I have to say, particularly in this stadium.
Whereas desperately trying to take it as early as possible, Peter Gade.
He got into good position. He'll be a little disappointed there, I think. Exchange.
Well, that's just ridiculously good.
I was lunging on his arms there, but he still controls it. He's off his feet. Look at the precision he gets with the block. That's a great shot from Peter, but look, that's fantastic.
And the Dane so aware that really has to hit perfect shots for them to be actual winners, and he's not giving himself any margins, and therefore he's making 1 or 2 errors. That's a good return.
Takes that nice and early. Aggressive in his stance against that short service.
Just anything that's loose, whether it's a net shot, anything that's short of a good length, just gets pounced on by Lee Chong Wei. Unbelievable.
Great net from Peter. I was just going to say good net, and Chong Wei finishes the point. That's fantastic.
And that combination, at the moment, is proving absolutely lethal. 10 game points. No, he's missed it. Good serve is well long of the back line, and therefore the opening game gifted with that service error. Gifted to the defending champion Lee Chong Wei, 21-11.
Service over.
Just see if Chong Wei just takes his foot off the accelerator slightly. Peter's got to be ready to take advantage. See Peter taking the pace off a little bit. And again, drop the intensity of the rallies a little bit. That's good.
Unbelievable. That is phenomenal. Oh, that's just incredible.
18-4.
At the Indonesian Open, what would be his 4th title in total. It's long of the back line.
19-4.
Put a damp on any chances that Peter Gader thought he had.
6-19.
No, he's missed it.
Service over.
And now, unbelievably,
20.
14 match points for Lee Chong Wei. Well, I say unbelievably. When you consider the way he's played, it is very believable. But you don't expect this sort of lead in a men's singles final.
Service over. 7-20.
It's gone wide. 21-11, 21-7. And as with Wang, Yihan, winner of the women's singles, Lee Chong Wei takes his 3rd Premier Super Series event of the year, undefeated in Premier Super Series events. Of course, for Wang Yihan, it was only her 2nd. She missed the All England, but like Lee Chong Wei, undefeated in Premier events. Well, his 6th title of the year from 7 tournaments played and 7 finals. There is no doubting in anybody's minds, surely, that Lee Chong Wei is the best badminton player at the moment on the planet.
So Lee Chong Wei turns in a devastating performance to win the Indonesia Open for the 3rd consecutive year and 4th overall. As a result, the Malaysian #1 emulates Indonesians Adi Wiranata and Taufik Hidayat as the only players to win the men's singles crown 3 consecutive times. Chong Wei also won this event in 2007, but skipped the 2008 tournament. Facing Danish veteran Peter Gade, who reached his first ever Indonesian Open final after 15 years of trying, Chong Wei blew away the former world #1 in just 31 minutes. Chong Wei entered the final as the firm favorite after beating Gade 12 times in their previous 13 meetings. In their last meeting a month ago, Gade managed to stretch Chong Wei to 3 games before losing the India Open Super Series in 3 games. No such repeat here as the Malaysian, who has a knack of creating history, cruised to his record 19th BWF World Super Series crown since 2007. Indonesian badminton fans will have to wait another year to end their title drought on home soil after their shuttlers suffered double heartache. The crowd came with high hopes of seeing an Indonesian victory for the first time since '08, but left disappointed as China once again dominated, winning 4 titles, including 2 finals against Indonesian opponents. Victories for Cai Yun, Haifeng in the men's doubles and Wang Yihan in the women's singles, and a win for the 19th title for the world #1 as Lee Chong Wei won the men's singles. As we said earlier in the show, with the Indonesian Open being the 6th event, the Super Series has hit the midpoint for 2011. And for anyone who thought China has dominated proceedings thus far, then imagine what the China Open will be like, which is the next stop. After that, a short hop to Japan before the circuit heads back to Europe with the French and Danish Super Series. Hong Kong follows that, and a return to China to end the regular season before the finale itself. The Super Series Masters Finals, where the best of the best in the rankings set out their stall to win it all. Still plenty of badminton to be played before then, and we'll all have it all here, every step of the way. That's all for now, but remember to catch all the action that's on the way on your BWF Highlights Show 2011. For now, goodbye.